Welcome back to another Saucey video.
Today we'll be making the best shiitake mushroom and pepper frittata. You'll need some peppers, feta cheese, 2 eggs, mild or sharp cheddar cheese, 4 cheese, some salt, and pepper. You'll add some shiitake mushrooms. Then you're going to put some oil in the pan with the peppers. Saute those till they're nice and soft. Add the mushrooms and saute those as well. Cover and shake. We're going to whip those 2 eggs with the salt and the pepper. Whip them really good. Okay, and then we're going to check on the peppers and the mushrooms. Add a little bit more oil to it and add the eggs. Then we're going to sprinkle a little bit of the mild cheddar cheese on top. Along with the 4 cheese, that's actually some Parmesan cheese. Then we're going to add a little bit of feta cheese. Just sprinkle some of that on top. Cover it so that the cheese can melt and the eggs can continue to cook. And we're going to take this avocado. Make sure it's nice and ripe. When it's dark brown, you know that it's going to be nice and soft. And slice it all the way around. Cut it in half. Give a little twist, and look how beautiful that looks inside. Next, we're gonna plate the egg frittata. Okay, it's a little tricky here. Okay, let's try the other way. Got that on the plate. Look at that steam. It smells so good. Look at that. You know what? Let me get a spoon. That'll make it easier. Okay, to scoop the avocado out of its shell. There we go. Look at that. That looks so good. You can see all of the peppers and the mushrooms. And voila. The shiitake mushroom and peppers frittata with a side of avocado and also a side of hot sauce. Enjoy!
Welcome back to another Saucey video.
Bye.
Be making a quick and easy chicken Parmesan sandwich. We're going to start by slicing some peppers. Then we're going to drizzle some olive oil on ciabatta bread. Then we're going to saute some peppers in a pan and add the ciabatta bread face down to toast it. We have here some smoked white cheddar cheese, Parmesan cheese, and mozzarella cheese. This is one of my favorite vegan chicken substitutes. It's called the Veggie Original Chick Patties, and it's made by Morning Stars. It has a really nice crunch on the outside, so it gives a good texture to your sandwich. So now we're going to take the toasted garlic bread and add the cheeses to 1/2 of the bread. And then we're going to add the chick patties to the same side that has the cheese on it. We're going to then add the sauce to the patties. Then we're going to add the peppers. Next, we're going to add some more mozzarella cheese. And then we're going to set the temperature on the air fryer to 400 for 3 minutes. And voila, your quick and easy vegan chicken parmesan sandwich. Welcome back to another Saucey video. Today I will be making a baked mac and cheese with ribeye steak. So we're going to start with some vegan cheese. This is by Dea. This is the mozzarella style shredded cheese. It makes it very creamy and rich. I'm also going to use the cheddar cheese by Dea to give it 2 nice, really rich, creamy flavors. I'm going to add almond milk. You can also use heavy whipping cream. I don't have it pictured here, but that's also a great option to kind of thicken up the cheese. You'll want to use panko crumbs, and that's going to be for the top of the macaroni and cheese. We're going to start by adding the milk and the cheeses to the pan and stir till it's a nice creamy consistency and this bright orange color as you see here. We're going to boil and strain some elbow pasta. Mix in the cheese sauces. You're going to mix it really well until all of the pasta is coated with the cheese mixture. You'll need a 9x11 baking dish. And then we're going to continue to mix that mixture till it's really well coated. Look how good that looks. It's nice and creamy and cheesy at the same time. And that's what the consistency that you're going to want it to be before adding it to the pot. Then you're going to add the cheese mixture into your baking dish. It's going to look like that. Now's the time that you're going to add the extra cheeses on top, sprinkle the panko crumbs, and then you can put a little bit of Italian seasoning to give it a nice color on top. You're going to bake at 350 degrees for 35 minutes. You're going to make sure that it's covered, and then remove the cover and bake for another 10 minutes at 425 degrees so that the top is nice and golden brown. As Tabitha Brown says, like so, like that. Now it's time to serve it up. Now we're going to take 2 6 to 8 ounce ribeye steaks Put a little oil in the pan, make sure it's well heated, stick it on one side for 5 minutes, and then flip to the other side for another 3 to 5 minutes. Now we're going to add a small pat of butter to each steak. Turn off the stove and let it sit for 5 minutes, and then serve with your baked mac and cheese. And voila, simple and easy, baked mac and cheese with ribeye steak. Welcome back to another Saucey video. Today I will be making a vegan teriyaki shiitake mushroom bowl. We're going to start with dicing up some garlic as well as some onions. I prefer red onions, but you can use whatever you like. Also some bell peppers. We have red, yellow, as well as orange peppers here. And then we have our pre-sliced shiitake mushrooms. We're going to use this non-GMO rice for the shiitake rice bowl. It's got brown, purple, and red rice. And you're only going to use 1 cup of rice and 2 1/4 cup of water. Turn the stove to medium-high. Grab your favorite vegetable broth. I have organic Simply Nature here. Pour that into your pan. So instead of oil, we're using the vegetable broth to keep it low fat. We're going to add the minced garlic to the liquid so that we can start to season the broth. We're just going to stir that around. Once the liquid comes to a rolling boil, we're going to add some black pepper. Any black pepper of your choice is fine. Put that in there. I prefer to use Lawry's seasoned salt, so we're going to add some of the Lawry's seasoned salt to the garlic and the liquid. And just stir that around a little bit so it mixes well together. Then we're going to add the red onions. I'm going to turn the heat down up just a little bit. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit so that we can have it come to a boil. Look at that. I'm just gonna leave it. Wish you could smell that. It smells so good. All the flavors coming together. Now we're gonna add the peppers. Mix that up really well so we can coat the peppers with the broth. That looks so good. Look at all the colors just popping. That's what you like to see in your food. It makes it more appetizing. we're going to cover it and let it simmer. Then we're going to remove the top and stir just a little bit more before we begin to add our sauces to the vegetables. We're going to start by adding some oyster sauce. It's probably about 2 to 3 tablespoons. We're going to stir it just a little bit. Make sure we get everything coated with the oyster sauce. We're going to add the shiitake mushrooms to the mixture. And give it a good mix. Make sure the temperature is low. And then we're going to cover it and let it simmer. Now we're back again to add some more seasoning to our pot. We're going to add hoisin sauce. Two heaping teaspoons. And then we're gonna add, I'm using some P.F. Chang's teriyaki sauce, but you can use any teriyaki sauce of your choice. And I'm gonna put in about 4 tablespoons or so. It's to your taste. And then mix it together. Look at the colors in that. That looks so good. And it smells amazing. Cover it again and let it simmer. As I mentioned, I use the hoisin sauce and the teriyaki sauce. You can use whichever brand you choose. Once it's done simmering, it's going to look like this. And then we're going to go back to our rice that we were cooking. It has a nice dark earthy color. And when it's finished, it's going to look like this. Look at all those beautiful earth tone colors. It's such a great dish for fall. Welcome back to another Saucey video. Welcome back to another saucy video.
Today I have for you a sweet chili, broccoli, and beef rice bowl. Start with fire roasted minced red peppers. We're going to start by sauteing 3 cups of broccoli. We're going to add half the mixture of the red peppers into the pan, along with about a teaspoon of turmeric, and mix well. We're going to take some vegetable broth, about a 1/4 cup, and pour that into the pan so that we can allow the vegetables to steam without any oil. And then we're going to gently mix the mixture. It's going to have this beautiful yellow color because of the turmeric. And then we're going to turn it down to a simmer. And the vegetables should look like this. We're going to put the vegetables in a bowl and then add the ground beef to the pot, and we're going to cook it on high. Then we're going to add some seasoning, the dash, garlic and herbs. Then we're going to use some garlic powder. Next, we're going to add some onion powder. And then some ground black pepper. Next, we're going to mix the seasoning well into the ground beef until it's nice and brown. Then we're going to add the leftover fire roasted minced red peppers. We're going to mix that in. And then we're going to add about a teaspoon of spicy brown mustard. Mix that in. Then we're going to add a little bit more vegetable broth. About 1 teaspoon. And then we're going to turn the mixture up to high for about 5 minutes. Then we're going to add a 1/2 cup of marinara sauce. Turn the stove back down to low and stir that in. And then now it's time to add the Lari's seasoned salt. I'm going to add that to taste. And last but not least, we're going to add the sweet chili sauce. You're going to add a little at a time. I added about 3/4 cups. And then voila, you plate it and serve.
Welcome back to another saucy video. Today I will be making a quick and easy egg and hot dog omelet. Welcome back to another saucy video. Welcome back to another saucy video. Today I have for you a green goddess smoothie that's great for weight loss and for mental clarity. To make it convenient, I pre-cut my fruits and vegetables and freeze them and separate them into Ziploc bags. We're going to start with some green apples. And then you're going to need some fresh aloe, of course frozen. And then celery. Oops, some of them fell out. And then some lemon. And then you're gonna cut up some ginger and freeze those, as well as some cucumber. Ginger and aloe have great health benefits. Ginger fights germs, it calms nausea, and aloe is a great anti-inflammatory. These dry ingredients add extra nutrition to the green smoothie. This is the Green Surge Greens powder. And this is the collagen peptides. You can use whichever one that you prefer. It helps to keep the skin elasticity. This is ashwagandha root powder, and you'll see some of the benefits I've listed further on in the video. This organic greens, that just adds more vegetables to the already green smoothie. Turmeric. I also listed some health benefits for turmeric as well. And this is Talenti's. No, I'm just joking. It's not Talenti's. It's actually beets root powder, and I just put it in that container. This is the ground avocado seeds. So basically grounded up some dried up avocado seeds and placed it in a plastic bag. Simple as that. You add it to your smoothie and it adds extra nutrients. As promised, here are a list of the health benefits for ashwagandha root powder and turmeric. So with ashwagandha root, it's great for reducing your stress levels, and if you have anxiety. It's great for improving brain function, and it also increases muscle mass. So if you're working out, this is a great additive to include in your shake. If you know of any men who are suffering from infertility, this is also a great supplement to add to your shake because it increases fertility in men by boosting their testosterone. And turmeric is a great anti-inflammatory, and it's great also to fight off cancer because it's high in antioxidants. Okay, let's start by adding 2 green apples. Granny Smith is what I've used here. We're gonna add 1 lemon, 1 stalk or 2 of celery, frozen cucumbers, and aloe. And then also don't forget the ginger. Now we're going to add all of these frozen ingredients into our blender. Here we're going to measure out 2 cups of water. Okay, that seems about enough. We're going to add that to your frozen vegetables and fruits. Okay. Next, we're going to add 1.5 to 2 scoops of the greens powder. About 1/8 teaspoon of the beet powder. Not 1, but 2 scoops of collagen. Gonna sprinkle a little bit of the ashwagandha root powder on top. And I usually do about 1/2 of a scoop of the organic greens, and that's usually because I've already added the greens powder. Gonna sprinkle a little bit of the turmeric on top of all the frozen fruits and vegetables. And then this is the ground avocado seeds. So you just dry the avocado seeds, ground them up, put them in a Ziploc bag, and sprinkle a little bit on top. Next, we're gonna just put the lid on there and blend. Let me speed that up for you. Okay, next grab a container. I'm using the Vitamix 20-ounce container. And pour. That looks good. We're just gonna put the lid on. Look at that. That looks so good. Let's see how this tastes.
Oh, that's so good. So good.
I give it a thumbs up.
So good.
I hope you've enjoyed the video as much as I've enjoyed making it for you. Here's the recipe. If you do decide to try it, please comment below and let me know what you think. In the meantime, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Welcome back to another Saucey video. Today I will be making Jamaica's national dish, ackee and saltfish.
you enjoyed my video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching.